Hello, what's your name?
Hi everyone, Anthony here with Ace's Adventures. Welcome back to the South once again. Welcome to the vintage Signal Hill Mall in Statesville, North Carolina. I'm going to give you some random information and history about this property as per usual, and then just chat with you before I let you enjoy the rest of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed those vintage clips from 1991 of Better Days at the Mall. The Signal Hill Mall opened in 1973, and the original anchors were Belk and Woolworth, which is awesome of course. And the Woolworth, as you saw in that clip, did have a Harvest House restaurant, which is awesome to see. There is virtually no remnants left of anything Woolworth, so whenever you come across clips of that or hear about a Woolworth in a store, it's always a neat thing to hear about. This mall at its peak had 42 stores, and the Wikipedia page says that it only has 15, but I think even that is not up to date. It probably has less than that. I think I saw maybe as little as 11 stores left. So a very small hurting mall. There was a third anchor added at some point in the 80s, which was a JCPenney, and then kind of a third, like a 3A kind of anchor, which was the Spainhour's department store. And Woolworth actually became a Hills for a while, which I did not realize that the Hills department store had that far of a footprint in North Carolina, and which explains why at the end of the video you're going to see a little something neat, which I'll leave for the end of the video for you to figure that out. So the Woolworth became a Hills, and then it was finally a Sears until Sears closed in 2012. This mall has an IHOP in it, and at one point had a KB Toys. And Signal Hill gets its name from a radio station, the radio waves that pass through the area. I believe I understand that correctly. So the Signal Hill, signal from the radio station, and the mall being on top of a hill, that's where it gets its name from. That's pretty cool. Little history. As we get a look at this amazing fountain, this is another great little vintage gem to see. A very small mall. The mall is in a plus shape, and this shot right here that you're seeing makes me wonder if this property was designed by the same people that made the Schuylkill Mall. A lot of very similar aesthetic choices and features in this property. You notice a lot of similarities in these malls from that same general time frame. And one other interesting thing to note is that in 2004, when this mall was purchased by another company, they were not allowing tenants to renew their leases at that time because they had a very ambitious renovation plan, which obviously fell through because the mall is very much so struggling. So when they weren't allowing companies to renew their leases in anticipation of the remodel, That created a negative sentiment with a lot of the people in the Statesville area, and this mall has been on the decline ever since. Um, so hopefully you're enjoying this North Carolina series. It will be wrapping up shortly, a couple more malls to go, and then we'll be heading in a new direction. I want to start venturing out into some areas that I have not covered before. And with winter approaching here in the Northeast, it's going to be crucial to see malls in areas that are not in the Northeast. Try to get some places with some warmer climate. I do want to get to Florida at some point. I do want to get to Texas. I have wanted to see Texas malls for a long time. The Midwest, Missouri, more of Illinois. I want to see Detroit again. Even Kansas and Oklahoma, and even further west. There's a mall in Reno, Nevada. So Midwest and South will be the goals. And if you want me to see more malls, as I always mention, the best way to do so is to become a Patreon donor and help me to do that. And also make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter at AcesAdventures1. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the mall tour, and we'll be back soon with more Dead Mall content. Alright, you guys, so I just finished filming here. This is going to be at the end of the video you're going to see in a few weeks. And I was driving around the mall to take a look at a couple outside shots, and you are not going to believe what I just saw. Look at this. In the middle of North Carolina is a Hills shopping cart. It's finds like this that make what I do worth doing. Unbelievable.